The next day, she started texting me saying that she didn't mean any harm and she just didn't know that I would get so mad at her for doing that. Am I crazy for even thinking about this? Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, going to go over a story titled, My Girlfriend Tried to Push Me Off a Cliff as a Joke. And guys, this story is about a young guy. Sounds like he's 18 years old. His girlfriend's 20. And he's got himself probably his first love. Problem is, she's nuts. That pretty much says it all. She is freaking nuts. Girl is very impulsive, acts nuts, does very spontaneous things. And many of these things she thinks is her big joke actually puts his life in danger. And this has happened a couple of times where literally she tried to push him off a cliff and thought it was funny when he was literally almost like ready to fall off. And now he's debating, what do I do about her? And what we got here is a classic situation of the hot, crazy scale. Yeah, she's good looking and probably good in the sack because they usually are. But she's mental. And this guy's life's in danger. And clearly this is a situation, this is a gal either off her meds or has never been diagnosed to be put on meds. And now he's wondering how to handle the situation. So that'll be an entertaining one to go over here, guys, just to show you that watch out for the crazy ones. That's all I can say. It's not worth it. Keep your D away from crazy. So it starts off, he says here, my girlfriend, a 20-year-old female, is completely crazy, but mostly in a good way. You sure about that, bro? Spontaneous is an understatement. Sometimes she goes too far, but I love her for her crazy personality. Smack. 18 years old. He doesn't know any better. He's about to learn. I, 18 years old, am more relaxed and we balance each other out. 2 recent incidents really freaked me out, though I need advice. I was driving on the highway with a lot of traffic one day. We were going maybe 40 miles an hour. She suddenly started tickling me and wouldn't stop when I yelled at her. I jammed on the brake and someone almost hit us from behind. I asked her what the F is wrong with her, but she just laughed about it and told me to chill. I said, what would make you want to do that? And she just says, I don't know. I just felt like it. He's on the highway or he's on the road driving and she starts tickling and messing with him and all that. And a car almost hit him from behind. Grow the hell up, you freaking nutcase. She obviously likes drama. She likes life and death situations. It excites her. Not even dating or friend material. It goes on. He says, then last Saturday I was hiking with her and I was standing near this steep cliff. I am usually wary of her because you just never know what she's going to do, even though it's usually just a prank or something. I let my guard down and she went behind me and pushed me towards the cliff. And I swear I almost fell off. She did it hard and I ended up right at the edge. She was laughing so hard. I freaked out and started screaming at her and I may have been out of line, but holy shit. No, you weren't out of line. She laughed about it first, but then she started crying and saying she was so sorry. There you go. You have every right to yell at her, and now she's doing the waterworks and the so sorry thing. Newsflash, girls learn from an early age to turn the waterworks on just like this. I was watching a show the other day where the star of the show, his girlfriend is an actress, and she was teaching his young daughter acting tips, and she was teaching her in the show how to cry. And she was explaining, do this, and focus on something really sad. And she was teaching this young girl, like 11 years old, or 12 years old, how to do the waterworks like that. They know. Okay, bro, this chick is nuts. This is twice now. What's it going to take before you to get injured or something for her to, she's going to keep escalating these things. This girl's probably a freaking sociopath. He says, the next day, she started texting me and saying that she didn't mean any harm and she just didn't know that I would get so mad at her for doing that. Am I crazy for even thinking about this? Is it possible she's just immature and if I get back with her, she'll be different? Yes, she's immature, and B, no, she won't be different if you get back with her. I'm kind of lonely and I really love her, but this really made me rethink the situation because now I feel like she's legit crazy, not just fun crazy. Thanks for your advice. Bro, get the hell away from her. Break up with her before you end up dead or seriously injured or somebody you care about. I mean, this chick's a rabbit boiler. I mean, good Lord. And by the way, you break up with her, I'd most certainly be sleeping with one eye open for a while. I wouldn't meet up with her and accept a beverage from her or food, or I'd be keeping your eyes peeled wherever you go, that she doesn't show up, and, well, you can imagine. Now, a few comments here, and I'm going to lead on to the updates on how he handles this nut job. One guy says, dude, she's a sociopath, or at the very least, she has a bunch of problems that will result in a long, awful relationship with her. Get out. Another guy says here, I'm willing to bet that the SEX is phenomenal, and that's why you like her crazy personality. They usually go hand in hand. Another guy says this, I was pretty spontaneous and fun at that age, but what you're describing is not that. It's unsettling behavior. You should feel comfortable standing a safe distance from a cliff on hikes without being scared to let your guard down. With your girlfriend, she needs help, and you need to be a more stable person in your life. Yeah, she needs a straitjacket. That's what she needs, and a lot of meds. Another guy says, bro, she tried to kill you twice, then proceeded to laugh about it. The next time you might not be here to tell the story. Correct. Now, on to his updates and how he handles the situation, and more information about her and her personality, which backs up what I, as well as I'm sure a lot of you at this point, think. He says, I've been thinking a lot, and I decided that I'm ending my relationship with her. Thank the Lord. This isn't easy for me. It's hard because I've been with her for almost 2 years. The fact that you're still alive is actually pretty amazing, brother. But it's even harder because now I feel a ton of guilt myself as I remembered things that I ignored, and how I was only worried about her after I became the victim. I mentioned that point in another thread, but I feel even worse about it now. I know I was stubborn in the last thread, but I listened to everyone's advice very carefully. You all helped so much. When people brought up the sadism aspect, it sort of clicked. I don't know if it was stupidity or selfishness, but I didn't think of her in that way until this week. I just ignored everything she did. I thought about some memories using this new perspective. So now he's looking back at her actions and saying, wait a second here. Clearly before, he was looking through everything through the rose-colored glasses because he thought so highly of her. Translation, he loved probably her body and the SEX. I remember early this year, her dad got her a job at the front desk of this apartment complex. It's hard to explain this place because it was sort of a luxury place, and most apartments aren't like this. But I was there once or twice to pick her up, and I remember what the building looked like. There are a lot of older people living there, and right near the entrance of the building, there was an elevator which only went up. Then there was this main elevator, which was kind of far off down the long hallway. She had to call that first elevator down after the person was approved to go into the building. One time, me and her were smoking and just chilling, talking about stuff. She was laughing to me about how she would sometimes disable the elevator and pretend it was out of order. And then she'd walk these old, handicapped people walk down this long hallway to get to the main elevator. Okay, psycho. Yeah, she may be, I think she is sadistic. And I think she's honestly a sociopath. And loves to mess with people and toy. I mean, pranks and jokes are one thing, but this is something else. With this, and messing with him while he's driving on the road, and trying to push him off a cliff. I mean, I think the adrenaline and just seeing what she can get away with, and just drama. She got fired pretty quickly. That's a good thing, because she activated the fire alarm when there was no fire. When they asked her what happened, she pretended that the computer was glitching and she couldn't stop it. But they believe she did it on purpose, so they fired her. Well, good. I'm sure some people could have been injured during the chaos. I guess the alarm must have been disabled the elevators, so everyone had to grab their stuff and run down the stairs as quickly as possible. I can imagine all these elderly people going down so many flights of stairs. I don't think anyone was injured, but they did fire her, and maybe they're still investigating. Yeah. In fact, I don't know how that would go down with the police, but I'm sure that wouldn't be a good situation for her if actually she was found guilty deliberately doing so. I don't know if it could help, but I'm going to call that place and tell them what she told me and how she admitted to pulling the alarm on purpose. That will help my conscience out a lot. Well, that could go back to her. Next thing you know, you could find, like I said, sleep with one eye open. open. Like I said, I feel terrible about ignoring this stuff. You might think I'm an idiot or a terrible person myself. I don't know what to say about that. But when I really thought about this stuff, I decided I couldn't be with her. I know people will criticize me, and that's fine. This is an update, but also a confession, to be honest, because I have to get that off my chest. And there's a bunch of other stories, too, that she told me or that I saw myself. I enjoyed her craziness, to be honest, even though I was always on edge, but I thought of it as her being fun and spontaneous instead of sadistic. I guess I'm pretty weird myself. Well, he's 18. He's young. He doesn't know a whole lot. But yeah, I know darn well be smart enough to know this girl's constantly endangering you, which obviously he now recognizes. Time to cut her loose. But again, be careful. I responded to her text this morning because she was starting to get angry and was sending a lot more texts. Yeah, pissing her off is going to be a problem. You know, he does need to report all these things because this chick is obviously screwed up. She needs to be examined, if you will. Definitely on some fucking medication or something. Otherwise, somebody will be harmed down there. It's going to happen. These things start as small little things. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. I told her I was really sick and thought that she shouldn't be near me. But that we might be able to hang out again in a week or two. I said I wasn't mad at her anymore, and I just needed to respond. I just didn't respond because I was sick. She's not going to believe that. I just told her that to get her off my back and to give myself time to prepare for the breakup because I didn't know how she's going to react and I want to be safe. For example, she has keys to my house. Dude, you get this crazy broad keys to your house? Are you your fucking mind? And I'm living with other people, including kids, so I want to change the locks and make sure we're not tied together anyway before I do an official breakup. Do you think that's a smart idea? Yes, it's a smart idea. Change the locks right now. I could use any advice on the best way to do the breakup in this situation because I'm kind of worried. Once again, thanks so much for all your advice last time and have a good day. Now we're going to go on to his information on the official breakup. It says here, well, it's over. I officially broke up with her. I sent a short text earlier today. He broke up with this nut job by text. She may not like that too much. I mean, I can't blame him, but still. I wasn't mean. I just said it wasn't working out and we should both move on. She was surprisingly very understanding. I'd be worried about that. She was emotional at first, but I know, despite our differences, that she does love me. When she saw how I felt and when we talked about it in more detail, she was convinced that the breakup was the best for both of us. We talked on the phone and I could tell that her feelings were 100% genuine. I know her so well and I'm really going to miss her. Do you really know her so well? Seriously, bro. And I'd be very worried about this manic, spontaneous type being just so calm and cool with this whole thing. And she's the true wackos that can remain calm and cool and plot their evil deeds. Before this conversation, though, I did a bunch of stuff just in case something went wrong. I tried to change the locks, but I didn't want to tell my parents about this because I knew they'd get pissed at me. I couldn't do it without their permission, but now I see it was unnecessary to do it. Bullshit. Change the freaking locks, be honest with your parents. I also told some friends what was going on, changed my passwords, and I tried to close one bank account that we both had access to. Smack, smack, smack. You're 18 and you're sharing a joint account with just some girlfriend who's 20 years old and is a freaking nutcase? Are you out of your fucking mind? This is why I do what I do, so I can give advice to these young clueless guys here. At least he's 18 and did this kind of stupid shit. If he was older than that and doing this, oh my god. It didn't work, but whatever. It doesn't matter now anyway since she's been so good about all this. I'm so happy that it's over and that we don't have any major problems. Yeah, we'll see. She reminded me about an old Chromebook that she had left in my house. It's been there for months and I forgot all about it. That's the only valuable thing she has in this house, but she's going to come over in an hour or two and pick it up. Then we'll say our final goodbyes. Define saying your final goodbye, brother. While she's here, she's going to give me back the house key. I told her I needed to give it to a neighbor. I won't lie, I cried earlier today and I'm still very emotional. Well, they should be tears of joy. I know this is the right thing, but it's so hard. I could have left the Chromebook outside the house or mailed it to her or whatever, but I want to see her one more time. Smack! Yeah, so she can rope you in again with her games. I want to hug her again. Smack! She loves my little bro and he's always so excited to see her. I want her to make him laugh one more time. I just want a proper goodbye to make sure we're on good terms. The last time I saw her in person, I was furious and she was crying. I have ended the relationship. I won't go back now, but I can't leave it like it was. After today, it'll be no contact. I'll update you when it's all over so you have the full story exactly how it went. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying he's going to be able to stick to this. I think he'll see her, she'll turn on the charm, as sociopaths are very good at doing. Tell him what he wants to hear, pull the emotional strings, and he's right back with her. And next thing you know, he's decapitated and his head is buried somewhere in the freaking desert. To address some other stuff, I mentioned in the last thread, I was going to report her to her former workplace for how she admitted to doing those types of things to the handicapped people and pulling the fire alarm. I decided against it because she's already been fired and I'm pretty sure the management of that place has moved on. I don't want to report her trying to push me off the cliff either because it just might make her seek revenge in some way. A lot of people wanted me to find the allergic person who she gave nuts to and file a report about that, but I don't even know that person's name. Clearly, he didn't mention that part, but it apparently is in the other part of the comments and everything that she gave some dude or somebody who was allergic to nuts. See what I'm talking about here? She's crazy. She might not have even told me, but I don't remember anyway. I have a lot of incidents I can go to the police with, but honestly, I'm so happy that our breakup will be smooth, and I don't want to make it worse. Maybe I'm selfish, but at least for now, I'm going to avoid taking legal action. Also, in all honesty, I don't think she's gone too far. I think she can change, and I hope she does, and doesn't need to get in trouble to become a better person. I know she can do it because deep down, she's a good person like we all are. This guy's so naive. God. I hope I'm wrong here. I hope maybe I'm overreacting, but good Lord. This chick needs help. And the way she's going to get help is being reported for some of the shit she's done. Because it's only going to escalate until something awful happens to somebody. If it hasn't happened already, you don't know. Thanks for all the support. What a crazy time in my life. But I'm glad I got past it. I appreciate everyone's help so much. I couldn't have done with all your advice. I just can't thank you enough. So that is the end of this story. And I didn't see any updates. It's from a couple years ago. This was sent over to me by some, I forget who it was, but thank you. And who knows? I wish him the best. But this chick is mental. And to think that, she's going to be different or everything's going to be okay. No. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am here. So I wish this guy the best, or I'm hoping that things worked out for him. But guys, you guys do dating relationships, you encounter crazy, stay as far away as possible. Yeah, they're usually good looking, and yeah, they are definitely wild in the sack, but you know what? A, it's not worth it, and B, you can get a chick that's not mental to this degree to be wild in the sack too if she likes you enough. Let's be honest here. So I wish this guy good luck. So watch out for the crazy one, guys. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let us know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.